my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. Right, so today we are reviewing and reacting to the watches of Will Smith throughout his movie career, and some are really, really cool, some are a bit less cool, and some are just nah. He's a cool guy, he's the Fresh Prince, he likes to chill and max and relax all cool, shoot some beatballs outside of school, and all of that jazzy Jeff, the DJ, yeah. Right, so that's enough Will Smith quotes. Let's get into the video. My name's George, and this is Watch Yourself, Jorge, or however the you want to pronounce my name. I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd. So if I get anything wrong, please pop your corrections in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe and click that little bell icon. So let's get into it. And our first clip is from Bad Boys 2, which is arguably one of Will Smith's best films, actually, I've heard some people say, so let's watch it.
My ass still hurts from what you did to it the other night.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, it got rough. You know,
I mean, I love getting rough with the homies. It's just like, love it when they hurt my ass. Let's go back to it.
I mean, we got caught up in the moment, crazy. You know how I get. Yeah. When you pop me from behind, I think you dead.
Just getting rough with the homies from behind. It's just, I just love that. And broadcasting it throughout a TV store. It's, mwah.
I'm missing some nerves.
Okay.
Nah, I can't. Nah, I can't. Can't what? Can't even get an erection.
What's an erection?
I'm trying to take a Viagra. You know, pop one, pop two.
The poor guy, poor guy can't even get a stiffy. What did Will Smith do to him? I mean, yeah, poor guy.
Two. They're eating like Skittles.
You could just about see his watch there, so I can't even with that clip. I haven't seen this movie in so long, and I mean, it sounds like Will Smith left his ass looking like an all sour cream burrito. Let's be real. I'm sure it was all taken out of context though. Anyway, Will Smith was wearing a Luminox Navy SEAL 3000. Now, this watch is pretty cool for the movie. It's pretty on brand. I mean, it's a very military style piece with 200 meters water resistance and can be picked up for about £400. But it's a really good size on him. It's 43 millimeters, 12 millimeters thick, but it's got some issues. They put it through its paces. There's explosions, there's gunfire, there's all sorts of random throughout the film. And it's got mineral glass, and like, it's gonna get wrecked with mineral glass. It's not really up to the task of surviving some of that stuff. Yeah, it can be picked up for about £400. It's probably one of the worst watches he's worn throughout his film. It's a quartz mineral style watch. I'd much rather get a G-Shock if I was gonna get a watch for that money. You could get one way cheaper, way better. Let's move on from that piece of yeah, I don't really like that watch. Next up, we have Men in Black. Now, I've noted in previous videos, Men in Black have a very, very particular watch that they use in all 4 of their movies, 1, 2, 3, and International. And I already know what this watch is gonna be, but let's get into it. Not gonna lie, that guy's laugh and his teeth are sort of disgusting. He looked at his watch there, so apparently that's the only part of the movie where he actually looks at his watch. So let's applaud him for actually concentrating on the watch when this is a watch video and we like to actually see them. He looked again. We like this. Right, I've mentioned in previous videos that Men in Black always uses the Hamilton Ventura. Hamilton is the movie watch brand. They've made them for Indiana Jones. They've made them for Interstellar. They've made them for Oppenheimer, Men in Black. So many movies. In this movie, Will Smith and all the other MIB agents are wearing Hamilton Venturas. They're sort of triangular shaped watches made popular by Elvis the King himself. This is a quartz watch, can be found in other variants, but this is a quartz watch and can be found brand new at about £850. It's not to my personal taste, let's be honest, but it is fairly retro cool, so that watch actually has a thumbs up from me, especially compared to that previous lump of try-hard crap. Next up, I'm seeing a clip from I Am Legend. So, let's see what he's wearing. Dear oh dear, that's very sad. Christ. They look quite vicious, to be honest. I'm not even lying. That's probably as clear a look at a watch as we're ever going to get in a movie. And interestingly, they actually digitally removed the Victorinox logo from this Victorinox Swiss Army ST4000 Chrono. The reason they digitally removed the Victorinox logo is because Hamilton actually sponsored this film. So they digitally replaced the logo with a 12 numeral. I have no idea why they didn't just use a Hamilton for this close-up shot, but it's really weird that they didn't do that. I mean, there is a Hamilton in this film as well. He tends to dual wield them, one on each wrist, each facing inwards in a very military style. But the Hamilton he wears is a Hamilton khaki sunset watch, and obviously Hamilton movie watch. They should have just used that. But they used a Victorinox Swiss Army ST4000 Chrono for this shot, and I honestly don't understand why. Victorinox, great Swiss brand, obviously known for their Swiss Army knives, but they make some cool watches as well. They're pretty much all quartz, but they're hardy military style watches. Not to my taste, I wouldn't spend my money on one, but they're better than some other of the brands that make quartz watches, and this movie just confuses me. It's a bit muddled, and that's also in their watch choices. So, but do you get what I was trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense that they did that. It makes no sense. Actually pisses me off slightly.
It is weird, isn't it? I don't quite understand. Because when you see it, it's incredibly digital.
Yeah. And also, the Hamilton khaki sunset watch is an alarm watch.
So they could have just used that anyway.
Yeah, so they could have...
I just don't understand the need for two watches.
Yeah. And our last movie is Focus, something me and Terry should actually really try and do whilst recording this, but instead the choice of watches is actually just pissing us off. Right, so let's watch Focus.
There's a flight landing every 2 minutes at Louis Armstrong. Whoever's not here for the game's here for the party. Every one of them looking to drink big, bet big, cheat.
Oh my god. Is this the film with Margot Robbie?
Yes.
Yes! We love Margot Robbie. No, that was really creepy, wasn't it? We love Margot Robbie. She's stunning though, isn't she? Barbie.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, oh my god, Wolf of Wall Street. We should do a video about the watches of Wolf of Wall Street. I think that'd be cool. But I am Knuff for Margot Robbie. I promise you. Yeah.
On their spouses, and it all costs money. There are boost teams at all the major hotels. They hit quick and get out before anybody ever knows what happened.
I'll tell you what, Will Smith is actually really good at actually looking at his watches in these movies. Like, very few people actually look at their watch or use their watches in movies. Will Smith looks at his watches. We love you, Will Smith. I mean, there's numerous things you're not good at, like not slapping Oscar presenters in the face, but we move past that just because of your watch game.
You think for 1 second I'm gonna let your mother talk to me like that? You are crazy. A grown-ass man.
She looks scared and I feel for her. But Will Smith in the movie Focus is wearing a Piaget Polo 45. Now, I think Piaget doesn't really get enough love as a watch manufacturer. I mean, they make some of the most ridiculously thin movements in the world. Terry, please pull up a picture of the Piaget Alpine really stupidly thin watch. It's like 1.5 millimeters thin. See if you can find it here. Yeah, cool. It's just really cool. And Piaget absolutely own at the industry. This watch that he's wearing in the movie, not the weirdly thin one, is a chronograph. Now, it's really cool. It's got a black dial, it's got 3 subdials, and my favourite thing, one of my favourite things in watches that lots of people don't like, is it has a titanium case, which is also really, really cool. What's also really, really cool about this watch is it was worn by another really cool mother in movies. It was worn by Samuel L. Jackson in The Avengers, which is actually pretty sick. And if you want to copy both Samuel L. Jackson and the Fresh Prince, you can pick one of these watches up for an actually massive range. You can pick one up for as little as £5,000 or as much as £15,000. So the choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Now, those were the watches of Will Smith. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Did you agree with my input and my feedback? Who the hell cares? Because my input doesn't really matter, but if you have any notes, any queries, any questions, any improvements, pop them down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, watch yourself.